Have you ever wondered where the money for our roads, schools, and hospitals comes from? Every time you drive on a smooth road, see children learning in classrooms, or visit a hospital for care, it's worth asking, who pays for all this? The answer is simple but powerful. It's us, the people. It's public money, our money, collected through taxes. Each rupee we contribute, whether through income tax, sales tax, or other government fees, goes into a pool that funds the services and infrastructure we all rely on. This money is not just a number in a government ledger. It represents our hard work and our hopes for a better life. This money belongs to the people of Pakistan, so it's crucial to know how the government spends it. When we understand where our money goes, we become more connected to the decisions that shape our communities and our country's future. Good accounting is like a report card for the government, showing where every rupee goes. It's a transparent record that helps us see if promises are being kept and if resources are being used wisely and fairly. With this information, we can hold leaders accountable and ensure wise decisions for our country's future. When citizens are informed, they can ask the right questions, demand better services, and push for policies that truly benefit everyone. Imagine managing your household budget without tracking expenses. It would be chaos. You wouldn't know if you had enough for groceries, school fees, or emergencies. The same principle applies to a nation's finances. Now, scale that up to a country of millions. The stakes are much higher, and the consequences of poor management can affect every citizen, from bustling cities to remote villages. Without clear accounting, money can be lost or misused, leading to corruption and waste that hurts everyone. Projects may be left unfinished, essential services may suffer, and trust in government can erode. Good accounting shines a light on public finances, making it harder to misuse funds and building trust between people and government. It's a safeguard that helps ensure our money is spent as intended for the benefit of all. That's why citizens should care about public sector accounting. It's about honesty and responsibility. When we demand transparency, we're not just asking for numbers, we're asking for respect and fairness. Demanding better accounting standards means demanding a better future for Pakistan. It's a call for reforms that can lead to more schools, better hospitals, safer roads, and opportunities for all. It's a cornerstone of good governance and a thriving democracy. When we care about how government money is managed, we help build a stronger, more just society for ourselves and generations to come. Let's talk about Ipsas 16, a simple but important rule for government accounting. Whether you're a student, a public official, or just a curious citizen, understanding this standard can help you see how governments manage their wealth and resources. Ipsas stands for International Public Sector Accounting Standards. These are global rules designed to make government finances honest, clear, and comparable across countries. By following Ipsas, governments can show their citizens and the world that they're managing public money responsibly. Ipsas 16 specifically deals with investment property. That means land or buildings the government owns, not for its own use, but to generate income, like rent or capital gains. These properties are different from schools, hospitals, or government offices, which are used to provide public services. For example, a government office where civil servants work is not considered investment property. But if the government owns a commercial building and rents it out to private businesses, that building is classified as investment property under Ipsas 16. The rent collected from these properties goes directly into the government's treasury, providing extra funds that can be used for public projects, infrastructure, or social programs. This income can make a real difference in a country's budget. Ipsas 16 ensures these valuable assets are properly recorded and accurately valued in the government's financial reports. This means every investment property is tracked, appraised, and updated regularly, so nothing slips through the cracks. This level of transparency lets everyone, from citizens to investors, see exactly what the country owns and how well these assets are being managed. It builds trust and accountability in public sector finances. It also prevents valuable properties from being hidden, neglected, or forgotten. By keeping detailed records, governments can avoid losses and make better decisions about how to use or sell these assets. Accurate reporting helps the public understand the nation's true wealth. When people know what their government owns, they can ask better questions and hold leaders accountable for managing public resources wisely. With Ipsas 16, investment properties are officially brought onto the government's balance sheet, making the country's financial position more complete and reliable. In the end, this gives everyone a much clearer picture of the country's financial health, helping to ensure that public assets are managed for the benefit of all. Pakistan's public sector accounting has long followed traditional, cash-based practices. The Auditor General of Pakistan, AGP, sets the rules, while the Controller General of Accounts, CGA, manages day-to-day records using a modern SAP-based system. This system records transactions only when cash is received or paid out. While simple, this method misses important financial events that don't involve immediate cash. It fails to capture the full value of government assets and liabilities. As government finances grow more complex, these limitations become more serious. That's why there's a push, led by institutions like ICAP, to move to a more modern, comprehensive system. The shift to Ipsas 16 is part of a much broader transformation in public sector accounting, moving from the traditional cash-based system to a more comprehensive, accrual-based approach. This change is not just a technical update, it represents a fundamental shift in how governments understand and manage their finances. In cash-based accounting, transactions are only recorded when money physically changes hands. This means that revenues and expenses appear in the books only when cash is received or paid out, which can give a very limited and sometimes misleading view of a government's financial position. Accrual-based accounting, on the other hand, records financial events as soon as they occur, regardless of when the cash is actually exchanged. This method captures a more accurate and timely picture of financial activities, obligations, and resources. For example, if the government purchases computers in August but doesn't pay the supplier until October, accrual accounting still records the expense in August, when the government actually receives the computers and incurs the obligation. This approach also allows governments to track the value of their assets over time, including how those assets lose value through depreciation. It provides a clearer understanding of what the government owns and owes at any given moment. Ipsas 16 specifically ensures that investment properties, like government-owned buildings and land, are properly recorded and valued. This helps present a more accurate picture of the nation's true wealth and financial health. The shift from cash to accrual accounting is like upgrading from a blurry, incomplete photo to a high-definition video of government finances. Suddenly, every detail becomes visible and understandable. With this richer, more detailed information, policymakers and government leaders can make better, more sustainable decisions that benefit the public in the long run. Ultimately, accrual-based accounting lays a strong foundation for responsible governance, transparency, and trust in public financial management. Adopting Ipsas 16 is a collaborative, gradual process in Pakistan. The AGP and ICAP are leading the way, combining constitutional authority with technical expertise. They've formed committees and conducted gap analyses to identify what needs to change. The Accounting Standards Board, ASB, formed in 2017, also advocates for high-quality standards. There's a growing consensus that moving to accrual-based Ipsas is the right path. The transition will be phased, not sudden, to avoid disruption. Simpler accrual standards may come first, followed by more complex ones like Ipsas 16. This approach allows time to build skills and upgrade systems. Each step is carefully planned to ensure a smooth transformation. Adopting Ipsas 16 and accrual accounting brings real benefits for Pakistan. Transparency and accountability increase when all assets are properly recorded and valued. This makes corruption and mismanagement much harder. International lenders and donors trust financial reports based on global standards, improving access to finance. Policymakers get better information for managing assets and making decisions. More efficient resource management means more funding for vital services like schools and hospitals. Embracing modern standards is an investment in a more prosperous, stable future for all. The path to Ipsas 16 isn't easy. Pakistan faces real challenges. Accrual accounting is complex and requires new skills, so training is essential. Upgrading technology and collecting data on all government assets is costly and time-consuming. Institutional resistance to change is another hurdle. People are often comfortable with old routines. Even with new data, policymakers must learn to use it effectively. Overcoming these challenges requires a clear strategy and investment in training and technology. Awareness campaigns can help build support for the reforms. Recognizing and planning for these hurdles is key to a successful transition. With the right approach, these challenges can be managed. Ipsas 16 transforms how the government manages its properties. The government owns vast land and buildings, many held as investments. Without Ipsas 16, these assets are often forgotten or undervalued. The standard requires a comprehensive inventory and current market valuations for all investment properties. This creates a clear dashboard of the government's real estate portfolio. Officials can track rental income and asset performance, identifying underperforming properties. Decisions become data-driven, not based on guesswork or politics. The government can sell, renovate, or develop properties to unlock hidden value. This approach generates new resources for public services and development. Ipsas 16 turns asset management into a strategic, transparent process. The journey to Ipsas 16 and accrual accounting is a marathon, not a sprint. A gradual, phased approach is best. Changing everything at once isn't practical. Massive investment in training is essential, tailored to each department's needs. Upgrading technology and data systems is equally important for accurate reporting. Collaboration among the AGP, CGA, Ministry of Finance, ICAP, and provinces is crucial. Regular communication and shared goals keep everyone aligned. A united effort ensures a smooth transition and lasting success. With a clear roadmap and teamwork, Pakistan can unlock the benefits of modern accounting. This paves the way for a more transparent, accountable, and prosperous future. The result, better governance and a stronger nation for all.